Hey everybody, Dean Graziosi. Welcome to the Weekly Wisdom. It's a pleasure and an honor to have you here. Whether you're watching from iTunes or on YouTube or at deangraziosi.com, I hope to deliver some powerful information in a short period of time today like we've been doing for years every single week. Okay, I just got done doing a live presentation for my Insider Elite members. It's a pay site, and I do a video for them every single month live, what's on my heart, what's on my head, how to empower them, like I do these videos for you, except just longer. But I did something that really was transformational to me in my life, and it's the first time I've ever shared it, and it's about time management in a way that I don't think you've ever seen. It's not time like a linear, how do I find more time? It's how do I feel during my time in a day. We all have 24 hours in a day that makes us exactly alike in that perspective. But how do you feel in those 24 hours, and how can you get yourself out of a state just like that? How can you change one way and get you on a path that leads to success and growth and fulfillment in the life you deserve? So anyway, I went about 40 minutes, but I asked my team to pull out a 5 or 6 minute clip of just pure greatness. And I want to play that for you right now. And then when I come back, I have something really awesome to share with you. So watch this and I'll be right back. We're going to talk about time today. We're going to talk about time, how to approach it, and how to get more of it, I think, in a completely different way than you've ever heard anybody talking about it. Because let's just be real, right? Every one of us, you, me, and everybody watching, has 24 hours in a day. That we're equal on. So there's a lot of great things to create time management. I've looked through and I've met with and consulted with people on time management. And we look at time very linear. Like, if we want extra time in our life, let's cut out this. And I've done some great exercises with you guys to watch what you do on a weekly basis, right? Watch where you're spending time and energy and effort and time mostly in areas that don't benefit you, don't benefit God or the universe, don't benefit your family or benefit a bigger future or people in need. If something doesn't have any benefit except, you know, maybe a quick little high because you get drunk and you don't think about what's wrong in your life, but it doesn't benefit anybody, those are things that you can cut out and find time. But I'm going to ask you today to let's not look at time as this linear thing. Let's look at time of what goes on in here. And that's what I want to talk about today. It's a completely different way to look or observe time management. So, time. How are we going to get back? How are we going to evolve? How are we going to accomplish that first deal, that 10th deal, do 10 deals a month? How are we going to get there with life so busy and cell phones and, you know, text messages and email, and we're so busy? I think I have the solution, and I really thought through this all day, and this is what I want to deliver now. Okay, problems and drama, solutions and destinations. Solutions and a destination, growth and action. Again, I just came up with this today, but here's what I think. Most of us spend time in one of these buckets. We're either stuck with problems and drama, we're focused on solutions and destinations, and we're focusing on growth and action. But let's just label these. Let's label this PD for problems and drama. This is SD for solutions and destination, and this is GA for growth and action. There's only 24 hours in a day, but how do we spend those 24 hours in here, right? Big chunk we're sleeping. So let's just say this is our time, and this is P and D. This is problems and drama. And maybe this is SD, which is solutions and your destination, where you're going, right? And this is growth and action. Could some of you, maybe just a couple of you, relate to maybe this is how life sucks you in? That the world with negative news and people that are negative around you and people that are stuck in a rut, and it's easier for them to tell you what's wrong with the world. How many people see you and you're like, hey, I haven't seen you, how you been? And they start that way, and all of a sudden you're around it so much you get sucked into problems and drama. Now, here's what I know about problems. I've said this before, and if you saw it, sorry, but it's a great analogy. They teach NASCAR drivers that if they get in a spin, no matter how close they get to the wall, is if they focus on the wall, what do you think they do? They hit the wall. So what they teach them is if you get in a spin, find a clearing, find an opening between two cars and stare at that opening no matter what and try to get there. If you get an inch away from the wall, it doesn't matter. Don't look at it, because if you look at it, you drift, you hit it, okay? So where are you focusing your problems? Or where are you focusing your attention? Are you focusing on the problem, on the wall? what if I call that real estate agent and she thinks, I'm not qualified? What if I ask my family member to be a partner with me and they laugh at me? What if I talk to an agent and she doesn't know the 25-to-1 or he doesn't know the 25-to-1? What if I get the deal done? What if I put money down and I don't know what I'm doing and I snowball and then I don't have money and then I can't pay the rent? And are you focusing on the wall or are you focusing on the solutions and where you want to go, the destination, right? Unfortunately, so many of us are trained to focus on the problems. We think in our minds that the focus on the problem is allowing us to make sure we avoid it, to protect ourselves. When in reality, guys, what we focus on is exactly what we get. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you think, I don't have time, if you think this is too much work, if you think it's overwhelming, if you think people make fun of you, if you think you'll fail, if those things go through your mind, yes, that's the end result. And the drama, I wrote drama here today because I have so many people in my life, family, friends, relatives, that since I've stepped away and focused so much of my energy, I'm not allowing myself in the drama. When I go back in a holiday or go back home and see old friends or even new friends, I can't believe how much drama is a part of their life. And I think because they haven't found a way to fulfill themselves, or maybe your case, I've been there, we all have, it's easier to listen to other people's drama or be a part of it than to take ownership of your own life. So I'm going to challenge you today to really acknowledge, where is it that you spend your time, okay? And if it's with drama, it doesn't make you a bad person. We all fall there. But I'm going to give you some things today. I'm not just going to say, where do you go here? I think I have a really keen way to have you recognize where you spend your time. That's the first part. It's water, not coffee. And then secondly, how do you understand why you're in that state? How did you get there? How you feel and how you could change it so you could spend more time here, or more time with SD and GA, which is solutions and destination. So let's talk about solutions and destination. I hope that clip was long enough to give you some of the meat on how you could just change the way you feel just like that and approach life with an abundance mindset, focusing on growth, focusing on solutions, and not focusing on all the problems and drama that are so much around us. And if you've been on DeanGraziosi.com for a long time, if you're not already an Insider Elite member and saw that video, if you are an Insider Elite member and you didn't see it, log in, go and watch the whole 40 minutes. It's unbelievable. I feel it's one of my best videos ever. If you're not an Insider Elite member and you know that it is a $297 a month program to get so many amazing things. But recently, I created something spectacular to allow pretty much everybody. If you can afford movies and Raisinets and a Coke, you can be an Insider Elite member. I created a new strategic plan for those of you that want to get in and be a part of something bigger than you. So if you'd like to explore something fabulous, there's a link below. Check it out. If you've inquired about the Insider Elite before and thought it was too much, you can be a member now for under 30 bucks. And that's not a trial, that's a member. That's a strategic plan that it's explained in a video. And it's a really powerful video. It also gives you 4 things that you need to know that could be holding you back from the success you deserve. So make sure you check it out below. I'm Dean Graziosi. I'll see you next week.